Good morning, everyone. It's Mrs. Kardos, and today we're going to have a quick video about percent change, sometimes also called a percent increase or percent decrease. So go ahead and grab your pencil, your paper, your calculator, any other supplies that you might need, your notes, and let's get started. So our lesson target for today is that we will be able to find the percent of change or the percent increase or decrease as demonstrated by the successful completion of a couple of practice problems. So what's really nice about the percent change is that we have a little formula that we can follow. So as long as we can remember this little formula, then it shouldn't be very difficult for us to just substitute in the numbers and find our answer. So the formula is the new value minus the original value. Remember, original means the starting value or the beginning. And then we're going to divide it by the original. And whatever we get, we're going to multiply it by 100 to change it to a percent. So if we wind up with a value that is negative, that would be a percent decrease, meaning that we started with something higher and it changed to something lower. Or if we get a positive value, that would be a percent increase, meaning that we started with something lower and it went higher. So that's a lot of words, so let's apply it to an example so it makes a little bit of sense. So here's our first example. It says the hat was $20, but it's on sale for $15. By what percentage was the price decreased? So I'm going to follow the little formula that we talked about. My new value is $15, and I'm going to subtract the old value. And whatever I get, I'm going to divide it by the original. Remember, the original means the beginning, which is 20. And I'm going to times it by 100 at the end to change it to a percent. So if you want to take a moment and pause the video, use your calculator, see if you can compute the percent change, that would be great. And then come back and check it to see if you have it right or not. Okay, hopefully you did that on your own on the computer, and now we can check it to see how you did. So when I subtract 15, take away 20, because I'm going to take care of what's in the numerator here first. 15 take away 20 would be a negative 5 over 20. And when I do that on my calculator, I get a decimal. That would be negative 0.25. Okay, but remember, I'm not done because I also need to multiply it by 100. And when I multiply it by 100, my percent of change comes out to be a negative 25%. So the price of the hat was decreased by 25%. So not too bad. So that's a pretty good deal we're getting on this hat. They have put it on sale for 25% off. So again, the formula is the new minus the old divided by the old. And then we just multiply it by 100. So let's try one more. This one says, in Desert City, USA, the morning temperature was 75 degrees Fahrenheit. By 2 o'clock p.m., the temperature was 100 degrees Fahrenheit. By what percentage did the temperature change from the morning to the afternoon? So take a minute, pause the video, look at the formula if you need to, see if you can figure out the answer, and then come on back to the video and we'll check it. Okay, so here we go. So the original temperature was 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it changed to 100 degrees Fahrenheit because it's Desert City and things get hot in the desert, right? So the new minus the old, or the original, and we're going to divide it by the original or the old temperature. And whatever we get, we're going to multiply it by 100. So first of all, take a minute and look at what you wrote down. Make sure you set it up correctly. And now let's see if we can finish our computations. So when I work out and I start with this part right here, the numerator, I get a positive 25. And we're going to divide that by the old temperature of 75. And I get kind of an ugly number on my calculator because it's a repeating decimal. So we're going to say it's 0.3333 dot dot dot, because those threes would just go on forever. So I can go ahead, just like it is in my calculator, I can go ahead and just multiply that by 100. And when I do that on my calculator, I get 33.3, and you could put the bar over the top to show that the 3 is repeating. So my answer is 33.3 repeating percent. Now, if it had asked me to round off to the nearest percent, I could do that as well, and I could say that my answer is going to be approximately 33%. And this one was an increase because my answer came out positive. And that does make sense because the temperature started at a low 75 and it increased to a high 100. So that's example number 2, 33% increase. So just one more time, the formula is the new value minus the original, divide by the original, and then times it by 100. So this is step 1, subtract the 2 or find the difference. And then we're going to divide by the original, that's step 2, and then step 3, we're just going to take whatever we have and we're going to multiply it by 100. If our answer comes out negative, it's going to be a decrease, and if our answer comes out positive, we know it's a percent increase. So we definitely covered what we set out to today. We are able to find the percent of change, the increase or the decrease, and we definitely completed some problems. If you still have questions, definitely send me an email or come in and see me at lunch. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.